WPA family heirloom, an ancient hourglass, has been passed down for generations. Each time it is turned, a tragedy befalls the family. Yet no one can resist the urge to flip it again, motivated by an unknown force. The latest heir is determined to break the cycle once and for all. It sat atop the mantel like a bomb, waiting to go off and cause ever more misery. The golden statue of a gargoyle holding the hourglass, filled with sparkling sand, was always the center of attention. Whether by chance or design, it was linked to every tragedy that befell the family. When my grandfather had turned it over when he was a child, his older brother died that very night when a runaway wagon ran him over. Cousin Otis had boldly walked into his very room, declared the hourglass a hoax, and turned it over. He didn't even make it to the threshold of the room before dropping from a massive heart attack at age 18. Others had tried to destroy the artifact, their hammer swings missing and hitting someone innocently standing by. It was a curse on the family, and one we couldn't seem to get away from. Despite warnings and repeated conversations, someone would invariably be drawn to the hourglass and turn it over, starting yet another downfall. Cassie was the latest heir, tired of losing family members to the cursed item. Unlike the others in the past, she carefully spent her time researching the origins, tracing its path through history until confident in a method to finally break the curse properly. The family sat in the room, eyes wide in fear for the meeting she had called. Upon entering the room, all eyes went to Cassie and the thick folder of papers in her pocket. She began to speak, retelling the history of the item, the deaths linked to the turning of the hourglass, and the reinforced belief that the family shared. Passing out the documents for all to read, Cassie waited until everyone was engrossed in the material she provided, sharing comments and concerns. With their eyes off her, she pulled a small screwdriver, the kind a jeweler might use, and calmly walked to the statue. She stood upon the hearth and delicately removed the 2 long screws that held the hourglass to the golden gargoyle statue. Gasps rose as she stepped down, hourglass held firmly in her hand. Like a magician revealing a trick, she turned and displayed the item in her hand. When all eyes were fixed to the glassy surface, she turned and hurled it into the fireplace. The noise of shattering glass was loud in the room, and it seemingly broke the spell of silence. Family shouted over one another, demanding explanations and wailing that the curse was upon them all. Cassie stood defiant, weather the verbal storm of her family. Everyone fell to silence as she held up her hand and said, "Violence would never end the curse, just the calm use of a tool. Didn't anyone just ever try to pick it up?"